Hello again. Welcome to the literacy lesson of the day. We're going back to the story we read yesterday. It's a comet. And today Miss Kelly is going to try and trick you. I covered up some of the vocabulary words in our story, and you're going to have to use context clues to help you figure out what that missing word was. Let's get started. All right, as you can see, Miss Kelly has hidden 3 of the words in our story. I have over here a word bank to help give you some guidance if you can't remember the important words in our story. So let's go over our word bank and then I'll read through and you're going to have to guess what was that word that goes in the blank. So we have the word fly, nucleus, rotate, orbits, center, core, and travel. So those will be the words in your word bank to help you figure out these missing spots. I'm going to read through my story. When I get to a missing word, we're going to work through and figure out which word is missing. It's a comet. A comet is a large chunk of ice and dust that or goes around the sun. I think we're looking for a word that means something similar to goes around. Let's read through our word bank and you think in your head, what word is missing in our sentence? A comet is a large chunk of ice and dust that fly or goes around the sun, that nucleus or goes around the sun, that rotate or goes around the sun, that orbits or goes around the sun, that center or go around the sun, that core or go around the sun, that travel or go around the sun. Which word do you think is missing from our sentence? The word orbits. Pat yourself on the back if you remembered. A word that means to go around is orbit. And we know, especially in space, lots of things orbit around the sun. Great job. Let's keep going. It is like a big dirty snowball. Comets far out into the solar system and then move back towards the sun. Okay. We've gotten another blank word. Let's go see what would make sense in our story. Comets fly far out into the solar system? Maybe. Comets nucleus far out into the solar system? That doesn't make sense. Comets rotate far out into the solar system? We already used the word orbit. Comets center far out into the solar system? Comets core far out into the solar system, or comets travel far out into the solar system? I think we heard travel and fly both make sense in the story. Which one do you think would be the best option? Comets, let's look. Comets travel far out into the solar system and then move back towards the sun. Wow, great job, first grade. Only one left to go. A comet has a main called a nucleus. Ooh, do you remember that vocab word that we talked about yesterday? Look in your word bank and think which word makes the most sense in our sentence. A comet has a main called a nucleus. Let's see, what word was it? A main core called a nucleus. Remember, the word core means the middle or the center of an object. So if you pick the word center, good job. You got a little bit tricked, but they're really similar and both could have made sense in the sentence. Okay, now that we've reviewed over some vocabulary word and we've practiced with some context clues, let's practice echo reading our story. Miss Kelly is going to say a sentence in the story, and then you have to repeat after me and practice that. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. It's a comet. A comet is a large chunk of ice and dust that orbits or goes around the sun. Good job. Remember, after Miss Kelly says the sentence, your turn to repeat. It is like a big, dirty snowball. Comets travel far out into the solar system and then move back toward the sun. A comet has a main core called a nucleus. The nucleus is made of ice, dust, gas, and rock. It can be several miles wide. When a comet gets close to the sun, some of the dust and gas form a long, glowing tail. Great job, first grade. Way to follow along and do some echo reading with Miss Kelly. Wow, we warmed up our brains and practiced some context clues and our important vocabulary. We've gone back and practiced echo reading like fluent readers. Now we're ready to practice some writing today. I have a question for you, and your job today, or your work for literacy today, is to write a response to my question. My question is, in your opinion, does a comet look more like the sun or more like the moon? Make sure to tell us, why do you think so? We learned yesterday, and we've learned this whole year, that good writers answer questions in a complete sentence. What do you think I could use as my sentence stem to answer this question? In your opinion, does a comet look more like the sun or more like the moon? Well, if I'm answering, I might say, in my opinion, a comet looks more like, And I want to include that reason, so I'm going to also say, I think so because, Again, the sentence you're going to use today. In my opinion, a comet looks more like, I think so because, Make sure you're answering in that complete sentence. Can't wait to see your work. Thanks for participating, first grade.